Episode 7. It's been a little while. Yeah, I know. I moved from the ocean to the desert and a new, slightly smaller studio, so this will kind of be a test for how things are filmed, you know, from here on. I got this guitar right before the move, and now that we're settled in and I've had time to actually play it and hear it and all that fun stuff, I wanted to do a video on it because this guy, like, hardly anybody knows who this guy is, and that's actually really too bad. He's an artist. He's more than just a luthier. He's a one-man operation. Frank, and I told him I was going to tear his name up. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but I'm going to go with Schuetcher. Let me see. I got the sheet right here. Schuetcher. We'll go with Schuetcher. He's brilliant, and I caught on to him by accident well over 10 years ago, probably closer to 15 years ago. Just, you know, boutique guitars, Googling, you know, like what's out there, you know. And I came across this guy's site. He's out of Speyer, hope I'm saying that right, Speyer, Germany. I can't say this enough, one-man operation. And even back then, you'd see the stuff on his website, and please check out Zerberus guitars. It's worth it, even if you're just a fan of guitar art. This is the guy. So I you know, scroll and what have you, and I'm like, yeah, these are awesome. These are nice. I hope someday I can own one, you know, kind of deal. But yeah, they're pricey, and for a reason. They're done one at a time by one guy. You know, I mean, it's the ultimate boutique, right? And it's more driven towards metal guys. I get that, which is even cooler because he can really go all out. Go on his site and check him out, Zerberus Guitars. So he came out with a new series, a more affordable, sort of like the story with my Relish, my Trinity. They got dropped and came in the worst gig bag I've ever owned. He came out with a new series called the Green Planet series, and the body is a Nemesis, and he's been making the Nemesis for a long time, and it's like one of my favorite shapes that he does. It's just an incredible, you know, piece of art here. But I'm gonna roll some pictures here, and yeah, check out this case. This case is insane. It's like paisley tooled Tolex kind of thing. I know the logo's upside down, but as I open the case, you can see the guitar. And this case is built for this guitar, strictly. Like no other guitar is going to fit in here. Maybe one of those little Chiquita Travelers or something, but no, it's really, the foam and everything, as you can see there, is fit for it. And then you can see the top there, the Kammerstein. I got those down here, the Kammerstein quad rails. We'll get into that a little bit later. Abalone dot inlays, you know, that's his headstock design with the hole in it. It's brilliant. You would think taking mass away from the headstock would have an effect on sustain, and it doesn't at all. Then the tuners, locking tuners, and I'll get into those a little later too, because there's some really cool stuff going on there. And then the back, and you can see it's like a satin finish almost, you know, like a matte finish, I guess. And it's the first neck I've had that's had that finish, and it actually kind of feels pretty good. There's not a lot of friction there. Kind of a nice feel. Ergonomically, one of the best guitars I own. It's got that nice back cut back there, almost old school Charvel style, pretty deep. You can see the heel. A nice little volute. You know, I love that volute on the back of the neck there. And that's the picture, Jen. Well, when the kid says, well, where the hell you been? Well, you know, like I said, I moved, and now I'm back. So, and I still keep in touch with the kid. So, and he's still at it. He's still at it at the ocean. He's still pounding away at the things he does great. So don't worry about the kid. He's doing fine, and he'll still make appearances like he just did. So let's get into this thing stat-wise, and then we're gonna play a little. So the Green Planet series, I almost screwed that up. The body and neck all in one piece, and then the top is a separate piece, and of course the fretboard's a separate piece. These are all 100% bamboo, compressed bamboo, and the fretboard and the top, I believe, according to the spec sheet that we have right here, is tiger stripe pattern of carbonized and natural fiber. So it's bamboo and carbon basically, and it says the same thing about the fretboard, dark carbonized bamboo. So it's really just bamboo that's been, you know, compressed into like a wood-like state. The slight drawback on this, I call it a slight drawback because I own a few Les Pauls here, is it's heavy. It's I can't remember what he told me when he shipped it, but it's a little over 9 pounds, so it's not a light guitar by any means. But playability, yeah, it's really nice, really nice. So that being said, there's no wood in it, so he's going for the sustainability thing, and you know, the whole green thing, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But it's so cool that you play it, you wouldn't know. I show that picture of the back plate, and that's, you know, he scrolls that in there, 100% bamboo Nemesis, and it's, you know, I think he had like 26 of them made in the first run. There's several colors. I've got the blue, there's a black, a red, and I think a green, and the tops are all different because they were done as a top for that guitar, so they're not all exactly the same. They're pretty much one-offs. Nice stuff in here. I mean, besides the case, you know, take a clue, Trinity. This guitar was less expensive than that Trinity, and came in a case that's worth almost as much as that Trinity. So, but dual action truss. So even if you get a little back bow, you can get that out with a dual action truss. Mono bridges. I thought that was insane. I've never had a guitar with that setup either. And I noticed right away that the clarity on every string was a little bit different than, you know, a Floyd or even a trapeze, you know, tune-o-matic. 24 fret, and from those pictures I've already shown from the back of it, you don't even realize you're at the 24th. Like, there's almost no feel back there. It's like a neck through kind of thing. It's because the neck and the body was, you know, done as all one piece. Straight up abalone dots, and I like how they're slightly hidden. They're like at the top edge kind of thing. The Graphtec ratio locking tuners. I'm familiar with locking tuners. I mean, most of my guitars have them, and if they don't come with them, I usually put them on there. But these are ratio sensitive to each string, so the same turns will get you the same results on every string. And I think it's 180 degrees for a whole tone. So going A to B would be 180 degree swing, and the same for every string. And just the mathematics involved in that kind of blew my mind. The Hammerstein quad rails. Now, there is a city called Hammerstein, so I'm sure they must be made there. You know, it could be somebody's last name. Who knows? There's nothing on the net about these, and I think the reason is because they're made specifically for Frank and these guitars. Let's show Frank again there. Yeah, this is from a music like NAMM style convention in Europe. And I can't remember how long ago he said it was, but I got a blow up of them, and that's Frank and his lovely wife Belinda. And then I've got the other one with Frank, and I don't know if that's a flipped photo or if he's actually building a left-handed Nemesis, but that one's like a wood top one you can see there. But you can't find anything on these, so I didn't even measure the ohms on them. I figured they'd just be like a super hot quad rail. Back in the day, I remember, I think it was Kramer, ran a quad rail for a little while, and they were pretty hot pickups. These are not that hot, and they're unpotted. The cool thing is you coil split, and this I found amazing too. The volume knob coil splits the neck pickup, the tone knob coil splits the bridge, which is kind of cool because you can get those combinations where normally it's just one pot and it pulls both. So it gives you a little advantage there. But yeah, they're unpotted quad, so when you split, there's no hump because you're still running 2 coils. And they're in metal rings. And what that does, being unpotted and in metal rings, is it makes them very bright, super bright. I don't think they're super high output though, but they are super bright. And if you're running a smaller amp, and even a bigger amp, I ran this thing through my 60 watt Black Star, and I got up to about, I don't know, 1.5, 2, and it starts wanting to feed back. And that's the only drawback I've seen in the whole scheme of things, besides it just being a work of art, a playable work of art, with these technical specs is, just amazing anyway. But the pickups, I mean, in the future maybe they'll pot them, or maybe they pot them on different guitars. I'm not even sure how that goes, because like I said, there's nothing about them on the web, period. You Google Kammerstein quad rails, and it's going to send you right to Frank. It's going to send you right to his website, which is awesome because I think more people need to know about this guy. So I've got a set of Seymour Duncan Distortions that are just begging to get in that guitar, so that's probably what I'm going to do. I will keep the originals, of course, in the case, in that nice case, in case I ever get rid of it, which I can tell you already, I'll never get rid of this guitar. And after playing it once, it's like, no, I'm never getting rid of this. But I probably will change out the pickups. But you guys know me, I'm a modder. So let's jump in, and we'll get to hear a little of this. And hopefully I've got the volumes all set right and all that fun stuff. Came with the strap locks too. At first I thought they were the old school Schallers with the check your nut system on them, and they are very much a Schaller type, but they're like heavy duty. They're like a Viking style of Schaller or something, super heavy duty, and you would need them on this. Another thing I thought was really cool was where he put the output jack. He put it really close. If you can, how much you can see that, but it's really close to the back strap lock, and you've got this little hump here, and the cable only goes that far and drops out instead of coming from down here or here on most guitars. Hopefully we're in tune. I believe we are. We're going to run it through what I call the new Black Star. It's a little 20 watt. I've got a button here that goes down to 2 watt. That's where we're at, 2 watt. So it's got clean and overdrive, and then it's got a boost that actually boosts gain and a little mid, not a lot. So we'll start in the treble position, and we'll just flip through it real quick. but you'll notice even that neck pickup is a little bright. It's got that hollowness that that we're all used to hearing there, but at the same time, it's a little more treble than normal. And the tone knob actually works. It's actually functional. So you can just get that balance, with these pickups. Super articulate pickups. I do love that about it. And that's kind of how you know that they're not super high output. They're not trying to grind until you make it grind. But you can hear that you can almost hear it right there. You can almost hear it. It's like it wants to feed back. It's on 2 watts, and I think I'm at like 1.5. And that's open coils and metal rings. There's nothing wrong with metal rings. I love metal rings, but I know that they have a tendency to want to make something feed back, and if you don't pop those pickups, it's going to want to feed back even more. It's more microphonic. That's a petulance for mid-range. It's a really good sounding neck pickup. I'm gonna boost that a little. Those harmonics really nice. There's not a dead spot on this board, really. 24th, and like I said, you don't even know back here that you've gotten that far. So that's the sounds. Turn the new Black Star off. Oh yeah, she's a little heavy. She's a little heavy. Not the heaviest guitar I own, but definitely number 2 in that category. So like always, like, share, subscribe, that kind of thing. More people need to know about Frank and Zerberus guitars. I'm guessing over here in the USA it's like the tiniest percentage of guitar players and musicians even have heard of Zerberus. In Europe, I'm thinking he's a little bit bigger. I mean, he's a one-man show. He got bills to pay, so obviously he's sold guitars forever. And like I said, not just an instrument, literally a work of art. And it sounds great, even though I think I'm going to swap those pickups out. That's just me. I'm a modifier. That's how it goes. Thank you so much, and sorry again for the long wait. And hope to see you next time. And thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share. All right. Bye.